Yo, what's going on YouTube? My name is Ken and welcome back to another video. In this video I am going to be showing you guys my tips for this week, and I'm also going to be showing you all the current SuperCoach matchup in that Aussie FIFA SuperCoach League that I started earlier this season, earlier this year, and if you're in it you'll be interested to have a look at this. So yeah, it is awesome now. The Friday match has already gone, but yeah, we'll just run through it. I tipped Richmond by 17 points and we won by 15 points, so I wasn't that far off the margin, only 2 points off the actual margin as you can see there. But my reasoning behind that was I'm a Richmond supporter. We needed to bounce back after last week, well, the horror week, and we really need to bounce back, and we did exactly that against Collingwood, who came off a win against West Coast, I believe, last week. So they came off a high, we came off a low, and we played very, very well. Next up, I tipped Sydney against Port Adelaide, which is starting in exactly 2 hours. So I tipped Sydney over Port Adelaide at the SCG, as I'm sure you all did. Sydney have such a great list and diverse lineup that, yeah, I reckon they'll just get over the top of Port Adelaide, but I think Port might give them a bit of a fright. Next up, I tipped Melbourne over Hawthorn over Melbourne. Hawthorn are currently at the top of the ladder. It doesn't look like anyone's going to be ready to stop them. It's at the MCG. Melbourne, I was actually thinking about tipping Melbourne, but I ended up with Hawthorn just as the safe option, as I believe they'll get over the line. But just like Sydney and Port, I believe Melbourne will give them a challenge. Next up, we have GWS versus Gold Coast, the two newer teams in the competition. As you all know, earlier this season, GWS absolutely smashed Gold Coast, and I don't think they're going to smash them. They're away at Metricon, but I believe they're going to get over the line by maybe 30 points, or it could be another blowout, just like they did to us. Next up, I've tipped the Western Bulldogs over North. It's at Etihad. Bulldogs are in great form this season. These two, as you can see over here on the ladder, both equal on points. Bulldogs just above on percentage, and I believe that Bulldogs will get over the line and North will be stuck there on 48 points. And then the obvious tip of the round, Adelaide over Brisbane. Adelaide have played so well this season, and I believe they are going to smash the Brisbane Lions. And yep. Next up, I didn't really know who to tip here, but I ended up going with St Kilda over Carlton for the mere fact that the positioning on the ladder and the style of game and the players. St Kilda have Jack Stephen, they have Nick Rewalt, they have some great players in there. Carlton also has some great players like Wiedering, Doherty, however you want to pronounce it, Simpson, Gibbs. They have a bunch of great players, but I believe that St Kilda will get over the line. Next up, another obvious tip, I went with Geelong over Essendon at Etihad. Hopefully they can get over the line for my tips. Essendon have been challenging people in the recent weeks, but as you can see here, they've only got 1 win for the season. They're stuck there. So I believe that's how it's going to stay. And next, the Derby, Freo versus West Coast Eagles, and I went with West Coast at Domain Stadium in the Twilight game tomorrow actually. So I went with West Coast because Freo are having a horrible season, but they are getting ready for next season, and I believe they're going to be very good next season. Well, not very good, but they're going to be better than this season, obviously. And I don't think people have recognised how low Freo have dropped. Like they say that Richmond's done so bad, but they're on 12 points, we're on 32 points. Like, we've still had a horror season. But if you want to see the horror season, you look at Fremantle. So West Coast will probably get the win, put them up in that. Maybe they'll just stay at 6th, or they might even drop to 7th with the win. Actually, I think they'll stay in 6th because of percentage. Anyway, those are my tips for this round. As you can see, I believe I'm currently on 119, which isn't the best, but it's alright. I would actually be smashed. Like, I'd have heaps more if I went with my head and not my heart with the Richmond tip. But anyway, let's jump over to SuperCoach. Alright guys, this is my SuperCoach right here. I actually finished 6th in the Aussie FIFA League with 12-5 record. The guy I'm playing against finished 1 below me with 10-7 record. This is our team. The unique players are all that matters. I have Treloar, Rance, Parker, Hanbury, Trengove, who I actually put on. I know he isn't playing, but I put him on because I have Wills on the bench with emergency on, and 108 will be more than Gresham will get, I believe. So yeah, we have Trengove, well, basically Rupert Wills, Daniel Wells, Dane Zorko, Sam Doherty, Joel Selwood, Jimmy Bartell, the old Collins and the old McGovern. On the other side of town, they have the old Ollie Wines, the young, I'm just saying old and young because Ollie Wines is young. Anyway, they have Wines, Franklin, Kennedy, Mitchell, Boyd, Smith, Kerridge, Simpson, Wiedering, these players who I mentioned before, Main, Hearn, and Prudis. Now, I believe I should get over here both on my thoughts and the projected. I'm currently on 423, he's currently on 205. And yeah, so that looks pretty good. I actually missed out on the finals by like a point in my other, what's it called, but that doesn't really matter because this is the only league I've been focusing on. Anyway, here's my team. This isn't this round score, obviously this is last rounds. I brought in Yaron just last night so I could upgrade to Gunston. So my full team is Doherty or Doherty, however you want to pronounce it. Heath Shaw, Jimmy Bartell, Rance, McGovern, Collins, Dangerfield, Pendlebury, Selwood, Hanbury, Parker, Treloar, Shield, Wills, Gorn, Goldstein, Martin, Merritt, Gunston, Zorko, Wells, and Petrarca. On the bench we have old Darth Tucker, Kieran Collins, Jade Gresham. Then we have Joyce, Wills, Grimley, Hamilman, and Yaron. Now, yeah, I have 160 in the bank, and that means next week I'll be upgrading Gresham. I've made over 100k on Selwood. I'm gonna make a lot on Wills, obviously, since 85 last week and 108 this week. So yeah, I'm looking in pretty good shape. Hopefully we can go through to the next round. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you have enjoyed, please smack the like button and subscribe button. Until next time, peace. Also, new series, AFL podcast coming soon. I will probably maybe be taking special guests.